Sandy Frank here. This episode of Bad Breakers, I'm not going to have a video to show you something that happened on camera. I wanted to talk about breakers that will sell brakes. Oh, this chair, very noisy. They will sell brakes like a team brake of something. This happens all the time, by the way, with certain breakers. You buy your team, let's say you're buying the Dodgers in a case of Allen and Ginter, and they open the product, and then you find out, oh, we only ship out the hits. We don't ship out the base cards. They do this with Bowman. They do this with all sorts of things. Always read the descriptions of brakes you're getting into. And I would say never buy into brakes where they're not shipping all the cards, or at least not. I know Cards Infinity, they would do breaks sometimes where, like a case of Bowman, he would separate out all of the chrome cards, rookie cards, and stuff like that. But the paper base, he would not keep it, but he would split it up evenly with everybody in the break. So even though you might have bought the Dodgers in that break, he's not going to give you all your paper Dodgers, but you will get, like, everybody gets a little share of the paper base. And he would always put that in the description, so so people would know that yes, people are getting the base, the paper base, but he's not sorting it out. And I don't even like that very much, because if I'm buying the Dodgers, let's say, or the Rangers, and there's a good rookie or a good Bowman first out of that set, I'm going to want all their paper base and all their chrome base. Because all it takes is a couple clicks of a mouse on eBay and see what graded PSA 10 paper base is going for versus PSA 10 chrome base to realize the paper base is not worthless like so many people seem to think. Like Paul Skeens, I've sold Paul Skeens paper base Bowman first for almost as much as what the chrome ones go for. So don't let people trick you into thinking that paper base is worthless, because it's not. It's just harder for them to sort out. They don't want to do the work to sort it out. It's annoying. So yes, my favorite breaker would do that, but I already knew going in that the paper was going to be split up. So I kind of figured that into the price I was willing to pay for my team into the break. But there's also breakers that don't tell you up front, and they'll do the break and they'll be like, oh, well, we don't ship out the base. We're only ship out hits. Those breakers are crooks. I'll just tell you straight up. Breakers that don't ship out all the cards are crooks. They're scamming people. Because, yes, base is more common, but, it's not worthless. And you're already paying big money to get into a break. Believe me, you're going to want your cards. And some people don't care about base, and they don't want the base shipped to them. I get it. But it is not fair for the breaker to just blanketly not ship anybody their base cards. Never buy into breaks where the breaker is keeping anything, because it just gives them more opportunity to scam people. Like, here's a good example. Like Heritage. If you're buying into breaks of Heritage and they're only shipping out the hits and keeping all the base, guess what? They're keeping a lot of maybe short prints that people aren't catching on camera. When you're breaking stuff and you're going through a case of Heritage, you are not spending enough time on each card to see if you got some variation or a color swap or something. There's a lot of real subtle hits in Heritage, and it's just not good. Don't give breakers a chance to scam you. And if breakers are not shipping out all the hits and they're not shipping every card out, they might do the paper base like I was talking about, but that breaker, he was not keeping that paper base. Everybody was getting it. It was just not being separated into teams. Never use breakers that don't ship out every card from a break, because, like I said, it just opens things up to dishonesty of the breaker. And there's big breakers out there that will not ship out base cards. and I never use them. As soon as I found out that my breaker was going to keep the base cards, you know, I never used them again after that, and especially when they don't advertise it. And hopefully these bad breakers are, you know, it's just out and out lazy. They just want your money from the break. They don't want to have to do any work for it, you know. Boo-hoo, you have to sort out cards to ship to the people in your break that you're charging obscene prices for. Anyway, this is turning into more of a rant of bad breakers, but yes, don't use, okay, I'll rephrase that. Breakers that don't ship out all the cards from a break are bad breakers. There's no way around it, and don't use them. All right, thank you for watching. Stay tuned for more videos. Later.
Blackbird singing in the dead of night.